know. Hello, viewer. Whoops. So I'm starting to get a little bit of some worries. We are I keep getting news of penny shortages. I keep actually physically seeing them across my state. Well, maybe I wouldn't say across, but you know, I've seen them in Peoria. I'm gonna try to do the best I can. I will say the good news is I think we have a confirmed 2026 penny, as we got probably about 8 months left of pennies until they stop making them. And how the hell are they so short on them? We have 50 billion pennies. I might try to transition over to quarters, but I need at least $7,000 to start up. If I did a box a month, or if I did a box a day of quarters, I'd have to have $7,000. Because each one is $500. So I have to start up quarters. Let's find some of these. It really sucks. Like, can we just strike the damn things out of steel? Like, dude, I just did my research. A square yard of steel costs, of 16 gauge steel, which is how much the thickness is for pennies. It costs you about, let's see, $1.50 to $4 a square foot. You can make 256 wheat pennies, or not, 256 pennies per foot. So if you price that below that, you can actually make money. But apparently a yard, let's see, $140 per square yard. Damn. Probably have to go thinner. I'm just nervous that they'll barely circulate them. That sucks, dude. My generation is never going to be able to get into this. As I get into this hobby, it is immediately like the penny side of this hobby. As soon as I get into it, it threatens to be shut off. That is absolutely saddening. Ugh. I mean, I just like pennies more than anything. They're cheapest. Get cents, so I got nickels. Oh, no, man. This is not looking good. I've been told by Chase for the past week that, yeah, they're starting to get shortages. You know it's bad when it's going for Chase. That, I'm a little bit worried. Honestly, if it keeps going like it is, we probably only got no more than like 2 or 3 months of this shit. Which we could try to do like maybe one every 2 days. I'm going to try. I'm not going to give up easily. I've been shut off once before, and I'm going to fight back. Ugh. Either that, or I'm going to have to buy, you know, stupid-ass scalped boxes. Because people take boxes that like $60 when there's, like, nothing inside them. Oh, yeah, first Wheatie. 1946 Denver. We pay number 1. Again, I might try to go for quarters if it really does happen. Nickels, I'm like okay with. I don't want to go for dimes. Dimes, there's silver ones, but then there's like for pennies, there's wheat pennies, there's copper pennies, there's Indian head pennies, there's 17 Phillies, there's 2009s. But dimes is just like, okay, we're silver, and maybe a 1996 W, and that's it. I will say, I wouldn't be surprised. Nickels are going to be on the chopping block, too, because they cost more to make. Again, just mint them in lower numbers, or just strike them out of steal. This chair needs to be lubricated. Damn chair. Again, I will say there is mild hope. There is mild hope. Is that they could come back. You know, if legislation is approved, then yes, it could come back. And, it has Congress. Has Congress approved of it? God damn, that guy, an answer? No, they have not. As of November 2025, Congress has to approve it. The president can't say, we have to stop it. The vice president can't do it. Nobody can. Congress has to have agreement to do that. Nobody can say, okay, we're going to stop, except for Congress. Oh, stop. Estimate. Honestly, I'm not trying to sound dumb here. I don't see how there's a shortage of them, because literally they make up 65% of every coin we've struck. There's literally 550 billion that were struck. Even if you took a fifth of that, that's a lot. I don't know how they are running out. We can't be. I mean, I know I'm hoarding and shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm part of the problem. But there's not that many people, right? Damn it. I dropped one. I have to go pick it up. Because I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed. Oh, there's estimate, by the way. I was pissed off. Hey, New Mars, I found a war pickle. I love war pickles, dude. War pickle. But war nickels are an attraction to me. Let's see, $100 per box. If I had to start that up, that would be about $380 to start up a nickel run. I will say, I should try to start saving for money. I actually am going to buy out a lot of Fight for Life change. You know what? I could use that money to hopefully start up quarter boxes. Because here's the thing. I want to snatch up as many W mints as I can before they get very rare. I wish I had a very large sum of money. Maybe I can attempt to sell my copper penny hoard. Let's see. I got like 2,000. Triple that. I can get net 4,000. If I netted 4,000 from that, theoretically, dude, that would be awesome. Then I have to get 3,000. And I could get 3,000 if I save up pretty good. I can accumulate mid four-figure amounts of money. I just gotta save a lot. It takes me like probably a couple months to get to like that amount of money. I can do it. It takes me a long time. I also gotta find out how much money I'll save, so how much spending money I'll lose. Now, if I'm not wrong, let's see. So, war currently, as of I think a year ago, this rate's definitely changed. In Illinois, West Point nickels or West Point quarters. Oh my gosh. Oh nice. That had to have been heavy. I think last time I calculated it, what do you call it? West Point quarters drop at a rate of roughly 1 out of 4,400. However, they for a bag of quarters, they'll drop at a rate from 0 to 4, and I'd actually recommend that from a box, they'll drop an average of 0 to 2. Imagine if I can get like an average of 1 West Point quarter. Dude, imagine pulling 14 of those. Imagine pulling 14 Westies every single week. Or imagine pulling 7 West Point quarters, 5 to 7 of them a week. 09. That would be crazy. That would be super crazy. That'd be so cool. That's a bragging right I should have, because West Point quarters are far rarer than wheat pennies. If I get the money, I have to invest. You know what I say? You know what I could do? Yeah. You know what? Okay, so my wind turbine job could... I will say, before I go into this, sorry if I'm like... the rarity of West Points are going to go down, so the best time to search them is now. Because the later we wait, the rarer they get. I found one in a roll a couple of weeks ago. So, my wind turbine job will hopefully net me about $1,000 a week, which will be amazing. That'll be $4,000 a month. 4 to 5 grand a month. Okay, by the way, we're at 10 rolls in. We should have 2 wheat pennies. We only got 1. So, the wind turbine job should hopefully, if I get time to search during it, or after / before I go to my job, that would recoup my money loss. Maybe I should get my toes wet, and I should actually get, like, 2 boxes, and I should search a box every week, and then maybe 2 boxes a week, and then maybe 3 boxes a week, and start moving upwards. Again, the problem with a box is that to get the equivalent rolls, we're going to have to pay $500 per box. That means $7,000 for a full double week, or full 2 weeks of boxes. Oh, 09. I really like pennies, but if I have to, I'll transition over to nickels and quarters. Get the war nickels. Oh, and by the way, West Point nickels go for like $6 to $20 and can go for more prices if they're in good condition. And honestly, quarters are going to remain here for a very long time. Quarters make their money back. Quarters are also very very, very, very versatile, as quarters can be put into vending machines. I will say, I'm saving up to buy all the coins out for Fight for Life. Another great thing is that for Fight for Life, it showed me some pretty good data. Like, I'm not kidding you. In Fight for Life 2024, people donated 20,000 coins, but most likely because of the threat of tariffs and shit, that amount of coins went from 20,000 to 16,000. I got, what, like 20% less coins in this year's Fight for Life than last year's. Literally, we went from like $1,600 of coins down to like $1,100. We almost got, and now pennies that was collected this year for Fight for Life was cut in half. The drop was noticeable. We need about I'd say about $1,500 if we're gonna snag every coin from Fight for Life. Fight for Life is a cancer charity, and they have this thing called Coin Wars. A Coin Wars is really cool. You basically, every teacher has their, right, this is a high school, by the way. Every teacher has this bucket, you put coins in it, and whoever gets the most money wins prizes. And every bit of that money goes to charity. Well, I've actually stepped my boot in, and I'm like, you know what, hey, right, you guys want paper money, and I want coins. So, I struck up a deal, and that deal has remained solid. For 2 years, I have purchased every single one of their coins, and I've given them paper money for it. It's an absolute win-win. However, another thing I will say, there is an opportunity for a little bit of cheese here. I could exploit the fact that people are having short on pennies to say, ooh, okay, wait a second, chat. I could get smart here. I could offer people to bring in their pennies to me. Maybe they would accidentally slip up and get a collection in there too. Dude, that's a good idea. I should open myself as a disposal method for pennies. Then people would start dumping and refunding them to me. Maybe I can start like saying, hey, look, banks are not going to want to accept this. I will. Which they will, but still. Sometimes they won't want to accept it. They're 09. If I could start making posts on Facebook, start posting how I'm able to exchange pennies. The only problem is that people will be like, why would I trust this one random ass kid on Facebook? Oh, there's a penny. 1947 Philly. Or 47 Denver. Penny number 3. Are you ready? 09. Again, the thought of getting literally about 5 West Point quarters a freaking week would be absolutely insane. How much money I'd have to spend? Because I like to hoard all the bicentennial quarters. I don't know. It was 09. I don't know where it is, but I have a database of how many quarters I've found. Like, I have a quarter bag database somewhere, and I can actually go pull it, divide by 2, and see and predict how many quarters, I will keep versus how many I'll send it back. Also, quarters have silver variants, so getting silver quarters would be amazing. Although silver quarters, although they were minted way less than, they were actually minted far more than the West Point minted quarters. They are a lot rarer because of previous generations removing them. Also, I could probably transition over to nickels. I might try to do pennies. Alright, actually, here's what's gonna happen. So there's gonna be one of 2 ways. Now, even though a shortage has been threatened, I think we're gonna still get pennies. They might be as uncommon as half dollars. By the way, quick interjection. I was in Indiana a couple of weeks ago, and I saw, for the very first time in my life, I saw a $50 box. If I had enough money, I would have snagged it. I've never seen a box of $50 before. I knew they were squares, but I've never seen them because they barely circulate. There's this one bank I went to, and the vault of pennies, you can actually open and see them. But I'm gonna say this. What's gonna happen is one of 2 things. I think 3 things are gonna happen here. 1, this is some pandemonium bullshit, and pennies could still be acquired. And that's what I'm hoping for. 2, I get less pennies. I might have to go down to 2 boxes. 1 box every 2 days or whatnot. And if I do that, I'd maybe start maining nickels. Or 3, which is the worst case scenario, I don't get anything and I have to completely go full nickels. which I don't mind, but I'd rather do pennies. Again, pennies are cheaper, they're funner. I love pennies, they're amazing. Plus, they're a lot smaller and easy to deal with. And they generate copper. Estimate. $17 I will do my best. I will try to go over to state lines and see if I can get more. Which, if you guys are like, oh my gosh, you're wasting your money, I don't care. My cousin lives over state lines. I have many relatives over in Indiana. So I could pay them a visit as I go get my boxes. I haven't suffered any supply issues yet. Or I have actually some minor issues. But I will try. It says they'll probably stop, but there's an estimate, and that's 1968 as well, so the rarest memorial penny. Cool. But again, I really want to do quarters so bad. I will say, the good thing is at least, like, for example, in May, June, July, August, September, October, I would have searched only like 10 boxes, but I've searched more than 100. So at least, to a certain degree, oh no, I'm not okay with, you know, me stopping, but at the very least, I'm okay that I did get more than 1,000 estimates. So, so yeah, we're gonna try to clutch this. Oh, by the way, we should have 4 wheat pennies. We got 2. And I don't know if it's me. I'm gonna have to do some data working, or we'll have to work with my data. But I think I might be seeing a small drop in wheat penny drops. How the hell does executive orders change? Apparently they're trying to phase it out, or like, you know, they're trying to stop the mintage via executive action. Is that even legal? I don't think it is. Like, I'm generally pretty sure, like, I've heard this so many times, you have to have congressional approval because that's essentially the money, the budget from Congress. The hell? $17. I'm still foaming at the mouth over the fact that I could possibly get over 5 W minted quarters. Oh, I have 30. I think I have like 35 of them. I do have a full set, and if I get another North Mariana West Point quarter, then I will have 2 full sets of West Point quarters. It took me $16,000 to accumulate that many West Point quarters. Give me a second. Halfway through. Oh, 09. Oh, 09. No, not sweaty. Oh, 09. Oh, 09. Oh, 80. Okay. 1958 Denver, week by number 3. Philly. Alright. 30 rolls in, we should have 6 big pennies. We only got 3. Oh, nice, you're reading. Reading. 1950 Denver. Big penny 4. Oh, 9. Oh, 9. Philly. 17 Philly. 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 And 2 EDs. Alright. 1952 Denver, 1944 Philly. Wheat, penny number 5 and 6. No. Alright, 10 rolls left. We should have 8 weak pennies. We only got 6. Hopefully we can get 4. Oh, 9. Oh, 1940. Oh, 9. 1952 Denver, weak penny number 7. Oh, 9. Seventeen Philly. Hmm. 17-3.
Ask me what time
I don't know. Hey, look, Sweet Penny. 1948 Philly.
Sweet Penny number 8.
Nine. Huh, interesting. Estimate. Mm, 1950 Denver.
Sweet Penny number 9.
Canadian Penny.
Hi.
Hey man, how's it going? That is box.
Is it Gary Smallwood made in 2004?
I think so. I know it's really old. I think Gary's Mod has ties to Half-Life. And Valve, if I'm not wrong. Wheat pennies, we got 9 of those bicentennials. $17 bicentennials. 2017 Phillies. $13-17 Phillies. Estimates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. 4 Woodies, a Canadian penny, and no Indian heads. Alright, copper pennies. What do we do? $457.
Alright guys, I'm gonna go. In about, hopefully in an hour and a half, I'll be playing some farming sim. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we could keep getting pennies as they start to